Hi guys, Diane here. I was actually in Boston this last week, working with my coach and also visiting some friends while I was out there. And a lot of my friends are a little bit farther ahead, either in their corporate career or in their own business. And we got to talking about the second in command. Who is that second person in your business that is an extension of you? And we eventually started talking about the COO role and what was its actual function within a business, because more often than not the COO ends up being the second in command to the CEO, right? But there's a lot of confusion around what the COO actually does, because the COO role will vary based on, where the company is, what the business actually does, what the future steps for the business is, and who the CEO is, and how they want to work with their second in command. So, what does this role mean for you if you are a small business owner, or if you're running a relatively successful online business, or if you are a sole proprietor, or if you have a small team that you're building? Well, the answer is that the COO role is one that isn't just reserved for small companies, right? The COO role has an integral part to play within small businesses, because they allow you as the CEO, you as the owner, the founder of the business, to leverage yourself to be able to do more within your business. And there are three ways that COOs really show up in small businesses and in the corporate landscape. And the ways that they show up are going to be really important to how you decide whether or not you need a second command and who your second in command is, right? So the first way that a COO shows up is as the ally, the partner to the CEO, because it is impossible to do it all yourself. So it becomes really vital to have someone at your side who can balance you as a business owner, who can complement your skill sets and oversee your vision on a day to day basis. This is a relationship where the CEO functions and shows up to really work closely with the CEO, you, the founder of the business, with a corresponding and complementary skill set that fills in the gaps, so that as a team, as a duo, you're able to do more, and that you're able to, as the business owner, leverage more of yourself, and you can handle those higher level activities, those bigger opportunities that you wouldn't otherwise be able to handle if you didn't have a partner or someone executing at your side, someone who was there to really oversee some of the ongoing pieces of your business. So I know that this can be kind of it can be a very subtle difference to make with your various team members. So, take for example, if you're a business owner and you're not really interested in managing your team, right? You're not interested in the hiring, you're not interested in interviewing or onboarding, you're not interested in the training because that's not your area of expertise, right? You are not interested in being a manager. You don't want to be the one that the team comes to with questions. You don't want to be the one checking their work, and you're ready to just move on, move fast, and do what you're best at, right? So you might often lose patience with your team members. You might become irritated with the training and decide delegating is more trouble than it's worth. As a result, the COO, the second in command that you bring into your business, is someone who can help manage the operations and oversee the team, right? They are the partner who can fill the gaps and fill the areas that you are not really that interested in working in. In this case, being the resource that's for the team, being the key person that the team is going to, overseeing and making sure that the team is doing what they are supposed to do. And you are then free as the CEO to, focus on what you enjoy doing the best, most in the business, where you're adding the most value, right? So that's one way that your second in command COO role shows up, as your partner, as your ally. The second way that a COO shows up is when they are when you bring them on solely for their execution, right? They are that right hand person that executes your strategies, that builds your products, that launches your stores, that builds your courses, and any other service lines or new businesses that you want to go into. This person really takes, like, in this way, when you bring on a COO for their execution expertise, as someone who's going to be your in charge of execution, they're really there to take responsibility for the results in the business, They're there to take responsibility for the business's performance, the current performance, and or the performance of the new things that you are creating, right? Execution focused COO comes into place when the owner or the CEO is really vision focused and they're either really focused on building their big vision, right? On the next big ideas, the ideas that are going to catapult the business forward, or they're really focused on executing the key areas of their business. For example, the owner of a law firm or an accounting practice would probably want a COO who is execution focused because often these owners have built their businesses on their knowledge base, on their skill base, right? And they know that it is where they add the most value. So they want to do more of where they're able to add more value and generate more revenue, but they don't necessarily have someone who's focused on, taking responsibility for the ongoing day-to-day operations or the actual build out of their visionary ideas. That's when you need someone as your second in command, as your COO, who is really execution focused. Okay. The third way that I usually see COOs come up in businesses is they're the trusted advisor. There's someone who has expertise in the areas that the CEO does not and is brought on board to really give their perspective and their ability to give feedback and steer the business actions based on their experience. I've seen this relationship a lot with startup founders who are looking for capital or business owners who have very, very deep knowledge and skills around their business service, but not necessarily the expertise around running the actual business, the other stuff, the administrative stuff, the marketing, the sales stuff, the delivery stuff that goes into running a business. So, I see this is the case when people struggle with, the customer relation side. So bringing on a second in command who is highly skilled in those areas makes the most sense, especially if they're interested in raising capital, looking for investment, things along those lines, right? So those are the three ways that I really see COOs coming into showing up in businesses, in small businesses, especially a lot of online businesses. We call them by a lot of different names, but this is essentially the COO function. So, which profile does your second in command fit in your business? Or will they fit when you bring them on board? Drop me a line and let me know what you think you need in your COO. I love hearing from you guys. So, until next time, this is Diane. Bye.